राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी गोपी जगा वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी श्री पतित पावन निताय गौरचंद्र की श्रील प्रभुपाद की समावेत गौर भक्त वृंद की कलियुग पावन हरि नाम संकीर्तन की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः। ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Welcome all of you for the Srimad Bhagavatam class. This morning they have given me a special topic called the path of attaining causeless mercy. Let us take a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. हन्त अस्मिन् जन्मनि भवान् मां द्रष्टुमिहार्हति। अविपक्वकषायाणां दुर्धर्षोऽहं कुयोगिनां। हन्तास्मिन् जन्मनि भवान् मां द्रष्टुमिहार्हति। अविपक्वकषायाणां दुर्धर्षोऽहं कुयोगिनां।
हन्तस्मिन् जन्मनि भवान्
I make it a little bigger. Mamam
द्रष्टुम् इहारति
Mamam drashtum iharvati. Avipakva kashayanam
दुर्दशोऽहं कुयोगिनां।
Durdarshoham kuyoginam. Mataji? Hantasmin janmani bhavan Mamam drashtumiharhati. Avipakva kashayanam Durdarshoham kuyoginam. Hanta, O Narada, Asmin, this, Janmani, duration of life. Bhavan, yourself. Ma, not. Ma, me. Drashtum, to see. Iha, here. Arhati, deserve. Avipakva, immature. Kashayanam, material dirt. Durdarshaha, difficult to be seen. Aham, I. Kuyoginam, incomplete in service. This is Lord Vishnu speaking to the Dasiputra. O Narada, the Lord said, I regret that during this lifetime you will not be able to see me anymore. And those who are incomplete in service and who are not completely free from all material taints can hardly see me. So, Lord is telling Narada boy that in this lifetime you will not be able to see me anymore, which means he has seen him once. And those who are incomplete in service and not free from material taints, they can hardly see me. So if Narada boy was incomplete in service and he also had some material taints, then how did the Lord give him darshan in the first place? And now the Lord is saying that those who have these two problems, they can hardly see me. One may have a question. One answer to this question is that even before the boy was fully qualified, the Lord gave him a kind of sample soap companies give you free of cost. Like the Lord gave like a darshan and he vanished, to induce him to get the taste to pursue the path of spiritual life with greater motivation and greater enthusiasm. That's one reason. Another reason is, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, it's not that the boy was having any material taints. All his material taints got washed away by the association with the Bhakti Vedantas. He was already purified. And he had done service to them also, to the Bhakti Vedantas. Then what was lacking in him? Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that the boy was having prema, but the prema was infant prema he was having. So now the Lord wanted to see the infant prema develop into adult prema. That means mature prema. Just like you have a sapling of a mango tree. Although it is a sapling, it's a mango tree, but it can't give you mangoes. At that stage, you have to water it, you have to fence it, you have to offer gobar or some manure to it. Then when it becomes a big tree, then it will give flowers and mango buds. Then it will become a bigger green mango, and then it will become a ripe mango. It is going to take a while for that. So Lord wanted to not give full darshan to the boy for a prolonged period of time, because then the boy will not have the sufficient seriousness to pursue the spiritual life, to bring it to a point where full-blown prema will be awakened. So the Lord wanted to increase the longing in the heart of the Dasiputra. So once the longing is triggered, then the boy will run here and there in search of the Lord. He will perform austerities, he will purify himself, he will grow more, and the prema will become more and more thicker and stronger. So the Lord vanished. And although Lord vanished, he didn't leave the boy in desperation. He spoke to him like this, what we heard just now. Hearing that Akashvani in the sky, the boy became very satisfied. The boy thought that even though Lord only once gave me darshan, a small glimpse of his beautiful personality, but now the Lord has given me the instruction in my life that I should go to different holy places and render services, and I should also purify my heart even more, make it like 24 karat gold, pure devotional service with no other tinge of any kind of karma, jnana, yoga, no, not even any tinge should be there. I will do that. I will give up all sense of proprietorship, controllership, enjoyership. Like that the boy thought. That inspired the boy to become more serious. The personality of purport by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada gave. The personality of Godhead is described in the Bhagavad Gita as the most pure, the supreme, and the absolute truth. There is no trace of a tinge of materiality in his person. And thus, one who has the slightest tinge of material affection cannot approach him. The beginning of devotional service starts from the point when one is freed from at least two forms of material modes, namely the mode of passion and mode of ignorance. Then one is in the remaining mode of nature, goodness. The result is exhibited by the signs of being freed from kama, lust, and lobha, covetousness. That is to say, one must be freed from the desires for sense gratification, sense satisfaction, and avarice for sense gratification. So it's a famous verse, Tada rajastamo bhava kamalo vadayaschaye chetaye tairana vidham stitam sattve prasidati evam prasanna manaso Bhagavad Bhakti Yogatah Bhagavat Tattva Vijnanam Mukta Sangasya Jayate Bhidyate Hridaya Grantischidhyante Sarva Samshayaha Kshiyante Chasya Karmani Drishta Evatmanishware. So in these verses, this what Prabhupada says here is mentioned. Tadarajastamova. When the effects of kama and lobha and all these are gone, then one comes to the sitam sattve prasidati. One becomes situated in the goodness, and the goodness is a platform of knowledge and cheerfulness. A devotee is satisfied, devotee is very steady in the practices. So in this way, one can become freed from all the material, and to be completely freed from all material tinges is to become free from the mode of goodness also. To search the audience of God in a lonely forest is considered to be in the mode of goodness. So sometimes people in the mode of goodness are attached to visiting holy places. Sometimes they go for Chardham Yatra, and just now they will return from Chardham Yatra and go for another Yatra also sometimes. People, they have a Yatra tendency, some people have. So Narottama Das Thakur condemns that. One place he says, this is simply mental speculation. He says, if one is going to too many Yatras without hearing from saintly persons. If simply one wants to do sightseeing, this time we went to a new place which no one has seen in Vrindavan, no one has seen in South India. People say like that. Simply going to Yatra, roaming around is not glorified. It's called as Tirtha Buddhi. Tirtha Buddhi Salilena Karichit Janeshu Abhigneshu Sayev Gokaraha. It's condemned. One should go to a holy place to hear from saintly persons and purify the heart. And in the event of one's inability to go to Yatra, even if you are sitting within four walls but you are hearing from saintly person and your heart is getting transformed, saintly persons are themselves called Bhavadvida Bhagavatas Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho, he says, Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani Swa Antastena Kadaprata. He says that the Lord is carried by such saintly persons in their hearts, and anyone who gets inspired by saintly persons' instructions and faithfully they follow those instructions, they are associating with the holy places. Similarly, people in goodness, due to their happiness, they can sometimes become very complacent. In South India, we find people wear chandan, kumkum, they also go to Tirupati, they go to Srirangam, they go to Guruvayurappan in Kerala. So they go to these temples sometimes with the family members, and they go to nearby temples from home also. So they think, I am a wonderful person. You see, I go to temples and I wear chandan, kumkum every day, and I offer some little milk in the morning to the home deity, and I don't do any bad to anybody, I don't harm anyone. In this way, I am a very wonderful person. And they keep going to different devatas temples, roaming around here and there, and then bowing down. And they think they become proud of their goodness itself. And because of that, they become stuck in this world. It's like a person, while driving the car, when there is red signal, he will stop, and there is green signal, he will move. In America, he will keep the car on the right. India, he will keep the car on the left. But you ask him, sir, where are you going? That he doesn't know. So a pious person is like that. He doesn't have a very clear-cut goal or the destination of life, nor does he know his real identity, who he is, who God is. So there are many, many pious people like that. And these pious people, their pride is that my son is in Boston, my daughter is in Houston. Many times they proudly say, okay, they can be in Boston and Houston, but what are they doing there? They are only studying dead material science. They don't. In fact, some people proudly say that, oh, my son or daughter, you see, they are studying such and such big computer science, they are doing this. They are very advanced children, We do bhajan and all these things, but they are very advanced. So advanced that they don't do any bhajan. They only do bhajan. So, what kind of foolish pride it is? Pride in atheism, pride in irreligiosity. So, their sons, daughters, when they come to America, when they don't get in touch with a proper devotional service, their sons, daughters don't even know who is Rama, who is Krishna, and they may even, some people have fallen down even from a Brahminical status to the point of eating beef also. People have become so degraded in this place. So, the piety can degrade a person to tamaguna, complacency, that happiness. And also, when one is very proud of one's piety, because sukham and jnanam, two components, two things. So, sukham can lead to complacency, and jnanam can lead to pride. And they think we are very highly qualified or whatever. So, that pride takes them to passion. That's why Prabhupada says here, giving up material things includes even giving up goodness also. Then what should one have? One should have Vishuddha Sattvam. Sattvam, Vishuddham, Virajam. Like that. Lord Vishnu is free from Rajas also in the spiritual world. So, to search the audience of God in a lonely forest is considered to be in the mode of goodness. One can go out into the forest to attain spiritual perfection. But that does not mean that one can see the Lord personally there. One must be completely freed from all material attachment and be situated on the plane of transcendence, which alone will help the devotee get in personal touch with the personality of Godhead. When Srila Prabhupada took many American disciples to India, morning he was giving Srimad Bhagavatam class, and he didn't find some of them there, half of them were missing. After the class was over, Prabhupada went to his room and called for the rest of the devotees and asked, "Where are the other fellows?" They said, "Prabhupada, they have gone for sightseeing in Vrindavan. Some of them have gone for shopping in Vrindavan." So the afternoon again there was a gathering in Prabhupada's quarters in Vrindavan. Then all those devotees who had gone for outing, they came. Prabhupada scolded. Prabhupada said, "Do you think you will find Radha and Krishna in the bushes of Vrindavan?" Prabhupada asked them. Great saintly Goswamis and others, they take a bath with wet, their hair wet and their whole body covered with wet cloth. They go for Giriraj Parikrama. They are repeatedly chanting the holy name, lakhs of names. So Lord is not very easily attained. And then Prabhupada said, Lord is obtained only by those who faithfully follow the instructions of the Guru they accept. And then Prabhupada said, Sadhu is sitting here, what are you doing there? He asked. So all of them got frightened. Then he said, now one more class he gave in the afternoon. Whatever he spoke in the morning, he elaborated more and told the devotees. So in this way, that's what he is saying here. Simply going to a holy place doesn't mean you will see Krishna there. For seeing Krishna, the holy place is holy. There is no problem in the holy place. But our eyes are not qualified to see the Lord there. If somebody has avidya chakshu, even in a holy place one can search for sense gratification. If one has jnana chakshu, then one can see Pandita Samadarshana. Jnani sees all the souls to be on equal platform. But when one has a prema chakshu, one sees the souls in terms of their elevation in Krishna consciousness as Kanishtadhikari, Madhyamadhikari, Uttamadhikari. The Vaishnavas don't see Pandita Samadarshana. The Vaishnavas see, Chakravarti Thakur has explained in his commentary, Vaishnavas see according to the gradation of the jiva's evolution in Krishna consciousness. There is Avarta Chetana, Sankuchit Chetana, Mukulit Chetana, Vikasit Chetana, Purna Vikasit Chetana. The more the jiva is evolved in Krishna consciousness, the Vaishnavas give more respect to them. Therefore it is said, Sakale Samman Kodite Shakati Deho Nata Yatha Yatha. See, Yatha Yatha means what? As per their evolution in Krishna consciousness, they are given respect. Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama, like that. So when one has the vision, increasing evolution in Krishna consciousness, increasing removal of the coverings of karma, jnana, yoga, increasing attraction and shraddha in the Lord. Like Lord Chaitanya said, no? Pratimatu Vinai Sakshat Brajendra Nandan. When he saw the Jagannath, Lord Chaitanya came running and fell unconscious in front of the deities. So, in this way, if one has developed the vision, there are many great Vaishnavas who have never put their foot in Vrindavan at all. In our land, even Acharyas also, not all Acharyas went to Vrindavan. There are many Acharyas who glorified Vrindavan so much in their writings, but they never put their foot in Vrindavan. But they saw Vrindavan in their heart. So, that's why it is mentioned here, one must be completely freed from all the material attachment and be situated on the plane of transcendence, which alone will help the devotee to get in personal touch with the personality of Godhead. The best method is that one should live at a place One, one should live at a place. One should live at a place where the transcendental form of the Lord is worshipped. Like this temple. The temple of the Lord is a transcendental place, whereas the forest is a materially good habitation. A neophyte devotee is always recommended to worship the deity of the Lord, Archana, rather than go into the forest to search out the Lord. Devotional service begins from the process of Archana, which is better than going out in the forest. In his present life, which is completely freed from all material hankerings, Sri Narada Muni does not go into the forest, although he can turn every place into Vaikuntha by his presence only. He travels from one planet to another to convert men, gods, kinnaras, gandharvas, rishis, munis and all others to become devotees of the Lord. Nowadays in ISKCON, a new trend is coming. Even grihasthas are thinking, let us take one house in Vrindavan and settle there. Because if we do Dham Vas, maybe we will go back home, back to Godhead, being in the Dham. Actually, we may live in the Dham, but we may not be able to see the actual Dham. Because Lord Shiva puts a covering on the Dham. No one can. He's a Dhampal. He does not uncover and show the real Dham to us unless he is convinced of our, proper spiritual stature. So, if you go, there are people building big housing colonies, Radha Golf, they are saying. There are so many kinds of things they are making there. So many people are going to play games there. They are making it like a tourist resort nowadays. Many things in Vrindavan. Simply by going to such a place and like there are people who come to Jagannath Puri, two types of people come. Some people come for enjoying the sea beach. And there are others who go for taking darshan of Jagannath. Correct, no? So, what are we going to the holy place for is very important. On the contrary, here he says, the ideal Vaishnava is not one who will go to the Dham for just going around, doing parikrama, dandavat parikrama, for one's own deliverance. That is not a Vaishnava life. Vaishnava actually means, Prabhupada says, what he will do? He will go from one planet to another. Even one planet to another is saying, Prabhupada. Not even one city to another. He is saying to convert men, gods, kinnaras, gandharvas, rishis, munis and all others to become devotees of the Lord. This is the duty of a devotee. Actually, whether you are a brahmachari, whether you are a grihastha, if you are living in a ISKCON temple, you are already in Vrindavan. Tishthan Praje, when you say that's actually Vrindavan. Actually, we have the potential to awaken Krishna Prema by being within the four walls of ISKCON. It's very much possible. Just be in ISKCON, be in the temple your Guru has put. In the whole life you live the way the Guru has asked you to live, you will attain Krishna Prema. Like there was one devotee, when we went to Vrindavan Yatra, my Guru Maharaj was telling all of us, this devotee in this temple is the only pujari, nobody else is there. And he joined his Guru at the age of 8. Now this fellow's age is 88. How many years he has served? 80. Yeah. So he joined at the age of 8 and his Guru passed away when he was 12. At that time Guru told him, my dear child, here is my Radha Krishna deity I am giving you. All your life faithfully do Abhishekam, worship the deity, offer them flowers, offer them bhoga. And whoever comes to temple, distribute the prasad. You will not have any dearth of anything. All your life they will take care of you. And this boy said he doesn't go anywhere. He just stays in the temple. He does the puja, he chants the holy names. Whenever people come, he gives pranam to them and people give charity. And the deities are also taken care and he is taken care. And this fellow does kirtan. He speaks a little bit and all the visitors come to the temple and go. So my Guru Maharaj was saying, see, this fellow has served the deities 80 years only on one instruction of Guru while the Guru was about to leave the body. He told him. So he told him, take his dust on your head because this fellow has attained perfection in his life, fulfilling that one good instruction. He was telling. But that fellow was so shy, he was hiding in the sanctum sanctorum. He was not ready to come out. Seeing a big crowd of people and Maharaj praising him, he was not ready to even come out to give his dust to other people. So, we all have a spiritual master and when he gives instruction, Prabhupada says one should take the instruction of spiritual master word for word. And if you implement it in your life, you will definitely attain perfection, without doubt. But if you are going, you can see, like His Holiness Gopalakrishna Maharaj was made a trustee by Srila Prabhupada, BBT trustee. And Prabhupada said, translate these books in as many languages and distribute it as much as you can. And then all his life he did that. And you can see, Prabhupada told him to build a dozen temples in Delhi, he made 20 temples in that. He exceeded Prabhupada's instruction. The same manner, Prabhupada gave different instructions to different people. His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj, Prabhupada told him, you are a sweet singer, you should spread the holy name, in different parts of Maharashtra to begin with, and then eventually you should start Padayatra worldwide. Now more than 200 cities across the globe, they have Padayatras going on. So he just focused on that one instruction. You will see that. Similarly, Aindra Prabhupada had told him to do 24 hours kirtan in Vrindavan, and all his life he devoted all his time for doing 24 hours kirtan and building that group. Because of that, Krishna Balaram temple is so attractive, isn't it? You will see there are so many temples built by commercial, very big businessmen. They thought that we should build a temple in Vrindavan. They built it, which is a nice thing to do. But they don't have any devotees to do kirtan or preach there. So therefore they have put a machine. Ting, tong, tong. You've seen that? They put a machine there. Only that is doing the arati. One pujari will do arati and the machine. There is no one to dance, no one to sing. But Prabhupada said in ISKCON temples, we don't want machines like that. We want living people. So you go to Krishna Balaram temple, in Kartik time, 5,000 lamps are offered every evening. And you will not get one mustard seed place to put there. Packed. I have several times sat next to Vaindra Prabhu in Kirtan. And when he sings Kirtan, I have seen the temple hall will be so jam-packed. Even in that heavy crowd, no place to move, still people dance in that also. You can see that. So, if a disciple takes the Guru's instruction to heart and faithfully follows, all that he is looking for will be achieved without any difficulty. So, by his activities, he has engaged many devotees like Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, and many others in the transcendental service of the Lord. A pure devotee of the Lord therefore follows in the footsteps of great devotees like Narada and Prahlad and engages his whole lifetime in glorifying the Lord by the process of Kirtana. Such a preaching process is transcendental to all material qualities. So, when you talk about causeless mercy, one has to have the right paradigm to understand this causeless mercy. You see, when Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur, he says in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a verse, I'll just show you that. See, here it is said, in the 15th chapter of the Gita, it is said that material world is compared to upside down tree. You all know that. Urdhva moolam, adha shakam. So here is Radha Krishna and the spiritual world, and that is pervertedly reflected on the desire river. And then upside down tree you see as a reflection. So in the spiritual world also, there are fruits. The tree has fruits, but that fruit is reflected pervertedly in this world. In the perverted reflection, you will not be able to get the fruit. You will only hit your head in the bottom of the river. Therefore, in this world, happiness is only in view, but not for experience. In this world. So, but one important information Krishna is telling in that chapter, here he says here, Narupamasye gatopalabhyate. He says, the real form of this banyan tree cannot be understood in this material world, he says. When entangled with material expansions of the tree, one cannot see how far the tree extends, nor can one see the beginning of the tree. Yet one has to find out its origin of this tree, the Supreme Lord, through the association of persons who are in knowledge of Him. Then by understanding, one becomes gradually detached from the false reflection of reality. And by knowledge, one can cut off the connection and actually become situated in the real tree, the spiritual world. Which means the tree, for example, imagine one of us got a malaria. The doctor can only tell you that some mosquito has bitten you, malaria mosquito, correct now? Now if you tell the doctor, please go and get that mosquito, let me see who is that fellow. And can you get it? We don't know which day he bit you, where is it, you can't locate it. But right now you know that you are in trouble. You have to take medicine now to get cured, correct now? In the same manner, in this world, all jivas can recognize one thing, that we are suffering. And most jivas don't know when they suffer, what is the cause of this suffering, that they don't know. Therefore, many people even criticize God also. They say, oh, why God is so cruel, He has put us here and is giving us so many suffering. Actually, if you go further, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says further, see, when inferior desires are about to defeat us, only surrender to the Lord only can save us. No matter however great a person is, only one who has surrendered to Krishna's lotus feet can succeed in conquering the current of material world. And appears in the form of lust, anger, pride, greed, illusion, envy, etc. A devotee may not be a scholar, but he has learned the art of surrendering to Krishna. Like for example, in a river, an elephant also can be toppled by the river and taken away, but a fish can live in river, because fish has taken shelter of the river, isn't it? Like that he says. So, actually, the devotee's path is made easy because of surrender. Everything is revealed to the devotee. That's what the point he's saying. So we need somebody in this world who is liberated, who can liberate us. Like if I am bound by ropes, I can't help another person who is also bound by ropes. But if I am not bound, then I can liberate somebody, isn't it? I can release the ropes. Therefore, the one person we are confident that is fully liberated is Krishna. Therefore, Krishna says, Mameviye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. Here you see there are 3 verses given here for how we are utterly dependent on Krishna's mercy for our deliverance. See these 3 verses. Tesham aham samuddarta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami na chirat partha maya veshita chetasam. Because your chitta is attached to me, mayi aveshita chetasam, therefore aham samuddarta, I will become your deliverer. Look at the devotee is raising the arm and calling out the Lord's names. And the Lord is ready to deliver the devotee. Tesham aham, the word aham Lord is using. I personally will deliver my devotees. From where? Mrityu samsara sagarat. He's saying from the ocean of birth and death. Bhavami nachirat. It doesn't take much time. The Lord is confidently saying, if we are not delivered by the Lord quickly, there is some serious problem with the way we practice devotional life. You can't blame the Lord. You said, quickly you will come, why are you not coming? We have to check whether we are qualifying to attract that mercy. Correct now? So, another verse, Mat chitta sarva durgani mat prasadat tarishyasi. This is another famous verse. So, in the 18th chapter. So, here the Lord is saying, Mat chitta again, because my devotee's heart is in me, sarva durgani, all difficulties, obstacles, bottlenecks that may come in my devotee's life, mat prasadat tarishyasi. By my mercy, the devotee will be freed from those challenges. Like Arjuna faced many challenges. One time in the battlefield, when Arjuna was fighting, there was one Bhagadatta. This Bhagadatta threw one Vaishnavastra. So, actually, when Lord Krishna saw that the weapon is coming, when the Vaishnavastra was coming, Krishna grew up in size and he confronted the weapon himself. And he accepted it on himself and became a garland on Krishna. It came and fell as garland. So he was feeling little bad, our Arjun. He said, Oh Keshava, you are supposed to guide me to fight. Why did you take it upon yourself? And Krishna said, first listen, why I did what I did. He said, at the time when Lord Varaha had appeared, Lord Varaha through the Bhudevi, he gave one child, his name was Bhauma. At the time, Devi, our Bhudevi, she asked the Lord that, now you are in a very joyful mood, please give some benediction. So he gave her one weapon called Vaishnavastra. And she gave it to Bhaumasura. At that time he was not Asura, he was a good Bhauma at that time. Later he became Asura. But then Bhaumasura gave it to his son Bhagadatta. And that was thrown towards Arjuna. So Lord Krishna said, this weapon is such a powerful weapon. It cannot be confronted by anybody other than, he said, only 3 people can confront it, he said, which is Garbhodaksha Vishnu and Kshirodaksha Vishnu and himself. Nobody else can confront it, he said. If anybody else tries to confront it, they will die. So Lord said, that because I only gave it, therefore I only can retract it back, he said. After hearing that, Arjuna understood, oh, I am sorry, now I understand, thank you. What you did was perfect, he said. Another time, our Ashwatthama was throwing one weapon called Narayanastra. When that Astra was coming, everybody was observing in Pandava's side. The amazing thing was, the Astra when it came, from that Astra multiple arrows, volleys of arrows were coming out. It was attacking like that. The whole army was like showered with volleys of arrows. And all the Pandavas and other warriors started attacking them. And Krishna immediately made an announcement. See, this Narayanastra has one characteristic. Listen attentively. He said, the only way you can weaken the Astra is by bowing down. If you don't bow down, the more you confront it, the strength of the Narayanastra will increase. The more you confront it. Amazing, no? Generally you confront a warrior, you defeat him. Whereas Narayanastra power increases. So I was just thinking, anytime you have problem with authority, the more you oppose the authority, then they increase their control on you. Correct, no? Somebody tries to, like shoot a police, then commandos will come. You try to shoot the commandos, you are gone. You will be put behind the bars. You will be handcuffed, isn't it? So, Narayan is the supreme personality. So, when Narayanastra was sent, Krishna said, the more you are going to confront it, more you will feed strength to it. He said, everybody, then all soldiers asked, what do we do? Otherwise it may attack you. He said, it won't attack you. If you bow down, it won't attack you. Then everybody bowed down except Bhima. Krishna had to hit Bhima. Hey, you also bow down. When they all bowed down, then they were saved. Then Narayanastra became very weak and went back after that. So, actually many times, how Krishna protected the Pandavas, Arjuna could not even understand. Such a miraculous ways he protected. Because many arrows came, they were all of different natures. One time, Arjuna had a quiver of arrows, but one arrow was giving signal to him. Pick me up. Place me in the bow. Send me like that. Directly to the brain. He's giving signal from behind. And Arjuna put his hand, that arrow was jumping up to come and sit like this. Who was that? It is called Ashwasena. It's an Nagastra. This Nagastra is actually son of Takshaka. Because his mother was burnt in the fire when Kandaprastha forest was burnt. Because at that time Takshaka was out of station somewhere. So, when Arjuna and Krishna were going in the chariot and burning all the demons and everybody, so that time, therefore this fellow wanted to take vengeance against Arjuna. So he was sitting in Karna's quiver saying that use me. So when Karna was targeting Arjuna, at that time Arjuna saw that the arrow came straight and lifted off his mukut. And mukut fell to the ground and all the diamond studded in the mukut got carried away. Then Arjuna felt a little unhappy. He looked at Krishna and said, oh Keshava, what is this? People will laugh at me that my mukut has flown away from my head. I only have the hair now. Krishna said, your head was to be flying away. Because I pushed the chariot by 1 foot down. Therefore your head was saved. When Arjuna heard it, he became more grateful. So Arjuna realized one thing, that many things are happening in the battlefield which are beyond my understanding and beyond my control also. Many things are uncertain and uncontrollable. And that is where Krishna's causeless mercy came, as he says here. Matchitta sarvadurgani matprasadat darishyasi. By my mercy, Arjun, by my mercy, you will cross over all these different type of obstacles in the battlefield. And it is true for any devotee who faithfully follows Krishna's order. So, all these three verses which are quoted here, it shows our jiva's insignificant situation and jiva's dependence on Krishna. How small we are and how God is great. Like Rupa Goswami has written one stotram called as Karpanya Panchika Stotram. In that he says, my dear Lord, you are great, I am small. And you are Panditavara and I am Pamara, he says. And he says that although I am very tiny, when I offer the chanting of the holy name to you with my own limited way, you still accept it, that is your greatness, like that he says. So, here Bhaktivedanta Thakur explains that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is most magnanimous personality of Godhead, distributes his causeless mercy in three ways to the conditioned soul. How? Freedom from moroseness for want of material enjoyment. In the beginning, a conditioned soul is bereft of Krishna consciousness and is always morose in his material activities. Therefore, we say, no, Ami bado dukhi, tumi bado sukhi. We sing, no? Where is that song? Aha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kripa Vala Kana Karo Ami Bado Dukhi Kripa Vala Kana Karo Ami Bado Dukhi. Oh Lord, you are always Nitya Ananda, always blissful. At any time, all time. And I am Ami Bada Dukhi, he is saying. So Jiva becomes Dukhi. Why? He gets repeated kicks in the material nature because of making effort to do sense gratification. So, Bhaktivedanta Thakur wrote this Upadesh Upakhyan. No? In that there is one story in which he says, one day one man was trying to catch fishes in the river. But whenever he tried to catch, the fish would move away. He could not a fisherman, a crane was trying to catch fishes. And the crane wanted some easy way to catch a fish. So then a bull was passing by, the bull came and stood near the river. And the fish saw that bull's testicles from behind. So he thought it was a hanging fish, he thought. So he put his beak between the two legs to catch that so-called fish. And the bull did not know who is trying to catch it, and he gave a kick on the face. Pat! He gave a kick. Like that. And again he tried second time. Again also he got the kick. He was not understanding, this is an easy fish here. I am trying to get, but I am not able to get it. So he tells the story. His stories are all deeply, inbuilt with morals. What he is saying, the living entity wants happiness in a very easygoing way. Without making the genuine effort. He wants shortcuts to happiness. And here, because shortcut, he got a slap on the face. Who? The crane. He got it. So the crane is compared to the conditioned soul. And the fish that he was, the testicle that he was trying to, the bull's testicle, that is compared to the easily available material enjoyment. Which is easily available in this world? Maya's enjoyment or Krishna's devotion? Which is easily available? Maya's, you will see that. And then you try to enjoy it, then we get kicks like that. That's what he's saying. So on the other hand, Krishna consciousness, happiness is not immediately experienced, but one has to be very patient, correct, no? Like Krishna says, yes, yad dadagre vishamiva parinamo amritopamam tatsukam satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam vishaye samyoga yad dadagre amritamiva parinamo vishopamam tatsukam rajasam smritam, like that is saying, 18.37, 18.38 in Bhagavad Gita. So the sattvic happiness is saying, sattvic mode, initially there is a bit of pain in that, like getting up early in the morning, it's a little pinching. Chanting the holy name 16 rounds every day in the morning. These can be little painful activities. But if you do that, you will be very, eventually it will lead to ocean of happiness. Like oil bath. It's a laborious thing, applying the oil, all over the body. It takes a lot of time. But once you've taken the oil bath and all the heat, Ushnam in the body is drained out, you feel very, very healthy. After the oil bath, your body is elastic like a gymnastic body. But otherwise, you move the hair, tuck, sound is coming here. Because they're all dry in different parts of the body. But we feel lazy to take oil bath because it takes time, correct? No? Same with yoga also. Some people, especially devotees, they do yoga only when there is some roga in the body. Doctor will say, hey, you are getting back pain, do yoga. Once the back pain is a little gone, they will stop yoga also. They say, what is this? Moving the hands, legs. They want, so but you want bhog. When you do bhoga, you get rog. When you get rog, you do yoga. Again, when the body is a little better, again go back to bhog. Like a triangle, again and again. So, all the activities are healthy for body, mind and soul. They have a bit of difficulty associated in the early stage. But once you do that, somebody has a discipline, then they benefit. So, the moroseness comes for want of material enjoyment, he is saying. At such a time, when he comes to seek material favors from the Supreme Lord. At such a time, one is enlightened by the loving service of the Lord. Like there is one verse in the Bhagavatam, somebody may have a question, does Lord Krishna award material benedictions? The answer is yes, but how he awards is a very miraculous thing. There is a verse which says, I'll try to recollect that verse, very beautiful verse. Satyam dishatyartitamartito nrinam naivartado yat punarartitayatah swayam vidatte bhajatam anichhatam ichchapidanam nijapada pallavam. See, in this verse he says, Satyam dishati means definitely Lord fulfills material desires of anyone who goes to him. Artitam artito nrina, one who is going to the Lord and begging for some material benedictions. And then he's saying, Naivartado yat punarartitayataha means that fellow who went to Lord for one material benediction, he will never ever go to Lord for the second material benediction. He says, really? How? In future he will not have any need? And the answer he is saying. What is the answer he is saying? Naivartado yat punarartitayataha swayam vidatte bhajatam anichchatam, he is saying. Anichchatam means even without that fellow asking for the honey of Lord Krishna's lotus feet, still the Lord will give him. Because he went to the right person. Demigods cannot give that. But Krishna gives the honey of his lotus feet. Having tasted that, the fellow becomes so deeply satisfied. Again, he will not have to ask that please give me some other material benediction. That's what happened to Dhruva. Correct, no? Dhruva went for material benediction, but he got Vishnu's darshan. He said that, Swamin Kritartho Asmi. He said, correct, no? Param Nayache. He said. That's what he's saying. Just like that, you must have heard the story of the Daku Bhagat, who I heard in one Bhagavatam class about Krishna's description. Although he was escaping from the police to sneak into ISKCON, some Krishna temple. But then he went to Vrindavan in the bank of Yamuna. He definitely found Krishna because he searched with full faith. So he saw Krishna, he had curly locks of hair, he was wearing jewelry, he was having a flute, he was a small baby, Balakrishna. So he went to the child and gave a banana. He thought, I'll give a 2 rupee banana and I will take away the 2 crore jewelry from his body. So when he put his hand in the Krishna's necklace, Krishna happily accepted banana because anybody gives patram pushpam phalam to him, he will accept it. He happily accepted. But then when he touched the necklace, Krishna caught his hand and said, oh no, that you can't take. Ma Yashoda will ask me, where is the necklace? As soon as Krishna's transcendental touch happened with that Daku, next moment he toppled on the ground and started rolling and crying loudly. And Ashtasatvika Vikar manifested in his body. Hair standing on end and tears springing from his eyes. And he was crying. So Krishna asked, hey, don't cry like this. Okay, don't cry. Take one ornament, no problem. I'll give you. You want my bangles or you want my nupur? Ask for one. Still he was crying. No. He said, oh, you want one more? Okay, I'll give you 2. He said, I don't want anything. Then what do you want? He said, now that I have attained you, I don't want anything. This is the example of Ichcha Vidanam, Nijapada Pallavam. He gives his own lotus feet to the devotee. Actually, many fellows have come to ISKCON for so many things. Like there are boys who come for good academic scores because they think that intelligent boys are there in ISKCON. They come for that, and later on they will become brahmachari in temple. You'll find you've seen that. Similarly, there are people, who come for prasadam. Like, one man was telling, when he came to temple, he found out that every evening there are programs, house programs. This fellow was new for not even standing one round. And I found this fellow, in all the evenings he was coming to one program. Wherever I was going, he was coming in different places. I was wondering how he has become so serious. Then I came to know that his wife has gone for delivery. She has gone to her mother's home. So he had nobody and he was lazy to cook. He was coming. But coming like this, within 3 months he came to 16 rounds. And he started wearing tilak and he became a big donor. He must have taken, maybe by eating in the evening, those 3 months, how much money he must have saved. Little money, he must have saved some a few thousand rupees and he started donating in lakhs after that. Correct, no? So you will see that the more you come to Krishna, Krishna charms you in such a way that you will want to give your body, mind and words, everything. So, see the second one. Freedom from misconceptions arising from reading different scriptures. There are many different kinds of scriptures and reading them one often becomes puzzled. But when one receives the mercy of the Lord by associating with a pure devotee, by Lord's grace all misconceptions are vanquished. In this way, one begins to engage in passionate service to the Lord. Like Tapan Mishra, he was a very learned scholar in Bangladesh. When Nimai Pandit had gone there, he was so frustrated even after reading all the literatures. So he came to meet Nimai Pandit. And he spoke to him. Nimai Pandit said, "You are not happy, why?" He said, "The more I read so many books, the more I am confused. I don't know the real goal of my life." That is the time the Hare Krishna full Mahamantra you find in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Mahaprabhu gave that Mahamantra to him and told him, if you chant this mantra, all your misconceptions will evaporate. And it happened to him. Became a great devotee later. That is one verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Yad Balopi Anugrahat Nana Tare Nana Matagraha Vyaptam Siddhanta Sagaram. That's a verse. He says, Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande, I bow down at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yad Balopi Anugrahat. By his mercy, even a Bala means a baby. Imagine you take a small tender baby, 3 months or 6 months old. You put the baby in an ocean. And do you expect that to pass through the ocean where there are man-eating crocodiles, which are coming towards the baby, but the baby crosses the ocean and goes to the other side of the shore? Is it possible? You may think it's not possible, but he says it's possible by Lord Chaitanya's mercy. He says, what is that baby? You and I, we are that baby. And Graha, the crocodiles are Vyaptam Siddhanta Sagaram. The ocean is the ocean of philosophies spoken by 6 systems of philosophers, correct, no? Like Jaimini, Kannada and such kinds of people. All atheistic philosophies, except one, which is Vedanta Sutra. So those 6 systems of philosophy are like ocean, and the crocodiles are like diggage people like our Sarvabhattacharya, Prakashananda Saraswati, such kinds of people. Although they are existing in this world, anyone becomes a follower of Chaitanya, he can smoothly cross over the ocean and go back to Godhead and not be haunted by those Mayavadis, correct, no? And other people. So in this way, this is another type of mercy. The first type of mercy is mercy to liberate us from bhukti, from our moroseness and want of material enjoyment. Second one is mukti, removing our misconceptions that come from studying different scriptures. The third thing is saying complete conviction of the value of devotional service. The heart is cleansed of all material dirt. It is only then the pleasure of transcendental bliss is awakened. By the Lord's mercy, one is completely convinced of the value of devotional service. So, as one progresses, when the mind and heart are being cleansed, a stage will come, Nishtha, then Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki is saying, Nishtha. Then after Nishtha comes Ruchi and Asakti. Those stages come. So the taste for devotional service becomes very strong beyond the stage of Nishtha. So in this way, that is also causeless mercy. Why? The devotee can only endeavor to go up to Nishtha. It's like a mountain. It's like a mountain. And Shraddha, Savasanga, Bhajanakriya, Anartha, Nishtha. And after that, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema is a downward slope. So we only have to go up to Nishtha. After that, whatever comes is causeless mercy. After that. So from here, Shraddha, Savasanga, Bhajanakriya, Anartha, Nishtha, this is called as the Markata Nyaya, we call it. Like a monkey way. And then beyond this, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema is called as the Marjaraka Nyaya. Monkey baby has to hold on to the mother, correct, no? Otherwise, when mother jumps from one tree to another, the monkey baby can fall. So, till we come to Nishtha, we have to hold on to Krishna's lotus feet. Then beyond the Nishtha stage, after that, Krishna will pick you up like a cat picking up a kitten. You don't have to do anything. See, till Nishtha, you want to go in a wrong path, Krishna may allow you to get some kicks and come back. Whereas, beyond Nishtha, if a devotee wants Maya, Krishna will slap the devotee. Krishna will correct the devotee. He will not allow, hey, you have surrendered to me. Ami Vignya Yehi Murka Vishekena Diva. Swat Charanamrita Diya Vishek Balaiva. That happens after Nishtha stage. Similarly, Tesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Ye Namam Upayantite. So if you read Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, he says that this is Raga stage. Only when one has crossed Nishtha, beyond that only this verse is fully applicable. Because if, that is the stage you can chant with Priti. And Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. And Tesham Satati Yuktana. So 24/7 you are engaged in devotional service with love. That is Raga. Then he says, Dadami Buddhi Yogam. What about us? Will we give, Krishna will give us knowledge or not? We will get knowledge from Guru. Guru is called as preceptor without, and Krishna is called director within. So when one comes to beyond the stage of Nishtha, then one gets direct guidance from the Super Soul. Super Soul will say, hey, don't do this. I do this. He gets direction. But till that point of time, we learn from Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, different people. Whatever Super Soul wants to tell you, they tell the same thing. So they are like an amplifier to Super Soul. They amplify and give us. Otherwise, we cannot know it ourselves. But in advanced stage, Lord also guides the devotee like that. That is Lord's mercy. Like here you see, this Narada boy we are reading today. Hanta asmin janmani bhavan mamam draksham yarhati avipakvakashayanam durdarshoham kuyoginam. Lord is speaking to him. The Super Soul, not only in the heart, Super Soul, Lord manifested in front of him, gave him darshan for a moment, and then Lord vanished. But he spoke as Akashvani to him. That means he has attained a stage beyond Nishtha. Correct? No? In the same manner, for Dhruva also, the Lord saw he wants to speak some verse, poor child. He has not undergone Akshara Abhyas and all that. So Lord took a shank and touched his head. And immediately Dhruva started speaking streams of Sanskrit poetry. Enlightened, fully enlightened. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj, Lord with his, Swapadamoolam patitam tamarbakam vilokya devaha kripaya pariplutaha. See what he says? Swapadamoolam, in his own lotus feet, Lord Narasimha, he saw that patitam tamarbakam. One small child came and touched his feet. Lord became eager to see. Vilokya means God came in the front and said, hey, who is this tender child who is falling at my feet? Vilokya devaha kripaya pariplutaha. It is a paripluta means the Lord's heart erupted with ecstasy. We only hear devotees feeling ecstasy. Here who is feeling ecstasy? Lord also. Paripluta means Lord, any tender child comes and touches your feet, how do you feel? Even we feel so much happiness, isn't it? Looking at a tender child. Lord was feeling such happiness seeing his pure devotee. Uttapyatachirshni adadat karambujam. Lord lifted the child up and kept his hand on the head of Prahlad. Kala diviprastadhiyam pritabhayam. He gave the Abhaya Pradhan. Prahlad, do not fear, I am here. I have come now. All the while your father tormented you in varieties of ways, but now he can't do anything. I am here now. So at that time, it is mentioned that whatever impurities were there in Prahlad's body due to the birth from a demoniac family, those things were washed away completely. So Lord showed his kripa to Prahlad like that. He showed his kripa to Dhruva. Similarly, the Lord also can show kripa to a devotee and give some droplets of transcendental bliss to a devotee. In this way, see, there are three types of people: kripa siddha, sadhana siddha, and nitya siddha. So we are all sadhana siddhas. We are doing sadhana daily, practicing. And nitya siddhas are liberated souls from the spiritual world. They are always, in a liberated position. They come to this world on duty, like Srila Prabhupada came, Bhaktivinoda Thakur came. And who is a Kripa Siddha? Kripa Siddha, they may not have undergone all the required details of devotional service, but by special mercy of Guru and Krishna, they get, they have immediately attained the perfection of pure devotional service. Like Prabhupada, for example, some of the Westerners who helped Prabhupada in early days, Prabhupada liberated them, like George Harrison. Prabhupada gave him his own ring, remembering his services. Similarly, Sudama Maharaj, Prabhupada sent him to Japan to preach. At the time of death, he called out, "Oh, Prabhupada is coming." He said, and he left the body. He saw Prabhupada. So, in this way, by such mercy, even if a devotee is dumb, he can speak or write to glorify the Lord splendidly. Even if lame, he can cross mountains. Even if blind, he can see stars in the sky. Examples. You can see that Yajnapatnis, Maharaj Bali, Shukadeva Goswami, they all got kripa. Krishna actually asked for the Yajnapatnis to bring prasad for him and his friends. They all served them, and then they got mercy, Krishna's mercy, darshan. Similarly, Maharaj Bali, although he was born in a demoniac family, Lord kept his lotus feet on his head. The moment he kept his lotus feet, that very same moment Bali Maharaj's name entered into the list of 12 Mahajans. He became so highly qualified. And also, he got Lord as his servant in the Dwarapalaka, in his palace. And he was scheduled to become the next Indra also. So you can see that Lord's dust is so powerful, the lotus feet dust. He showed such kripa on Bali. And Shukadeva Goswami also, although he was a 16-year-old lad who heard those two verses, famous verses, in the forest from the woodcutters. See, when he was born, Shuka didn't stay at home, correct, no? 16 years he was in the womb of his mother. As soon as he was born, he walked towards the forest. Yam prajantam anupetam upeta pratyam dvaipayano virahakatara adubhava putreti tanmayataya taravo vinetustam sarvabhuta hridayam munimanatosmi. Like this, Sutta Goswami is praising his Guru, Shukadeva Goswami. As soon as he was born, Yam prajantam anupetam, he did not undergo any rituals and rites like what the children would do by going to Gurukula and all. Straight he went to forest. He was liberated Jnani at that time. But in the forest he saw a couple of woodcutters. They were singing a poetry which deeply moved his heart. One of the woodcutters sang this poem. Barha Bidam Natavaravapu Karnayor Karnikaram Vibrat Pasa Kanakakapisham Vaidayantim Chamalam Kandam Venu Ratarasudaya Purayan Gopa Vrindayir Vrindaranyam Swapada Ramanam Pravishat Gita Kirtihi Vrindaranyam Swapada Ramanam Pravishat Gita Kirtihi. He's heard this. The description of this is Shukadeva Goswami is seeing through the eyes of the gopis. He's saying early morning, something like 8:21 or so a.m. Krishna and the covered boys, and they're all with cows, calves. They are going to go to forest now. All the gopas, all the gopis and the parents, like Nanda Baba, everybody is coming and watching. So they are seeing the beauty of Krishna Balaram going to forest. And Krishna is playing on his flute, and he's filling up the flute with the nectar of his lips. And when he's singing, then everybody is touched by his flute playing. All the residents are coming. So when he heard it, Shukadeva Goswami, who is this beautiful personality you are talking about, who is so charming playing on his flute? He practically fainted unconscious. Then the other woodcutter, he sang another poem. Aho vakiyam stanakalakutam jivhamsayapaye datyasandhi leve gatim datrim uchitam tatonyam kamba dayalum sharanam vajema. This is about Putana. Buddha says this. Who is that person who will not take shelter of Krishna, who was compassionate even to a demoness, Putana, who smeared her breast with poison to come and kill him? Somebody came to kill Krishna, and Krishna gave her the position of a nurse in the spiritual world, assistant to Yashoda. When he heard it, Shukadeva Goswami cried out and he fell unconscious. Two things attracted him. One is the charming potency of Krishna's beauty and mercy potency of Krishna. That is why in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said that two things attract the jivas to Krishna. They said also that Rasika Shekara Krishna Parama Karuna Edu Hetu Haite Premara Uddama. For the prema to arise in the heart of the jiva, two things. Krishna is Rasika Shekar, is Parama Karuna. How many of you are attracted to Krishna's playful nature? How many of you? Okay. How many of you are attracted to Krishna's merciful nature? That's correct, no? Definitely one out of these two attracted jivas. That awakens the prema in the heart. So that is the mercy Shukar got, Shukadeva Goswami got. He asked these two fellows, Hare, you are woodcutters, you are singing such amazing poetry about the great personality. Who taught you? He said, we are students of Vedavyas. Really? That's none other than my father. So he immediately returned back home to learn Bhagavatam from his father. So this is the Kripasiddhi. So somebody may ask, how can Lord be partial to some living entities and make them Kripasiddhas? Correct, no? Why can't I get Kripasiddhi? People argue this. See, the answer is given here. In certain cases, the Lord and His devotees have showered causeless mercy on someone totally undeserving to receive the gift of devotional service. Such mercy is awarded in three cases. First case is to show the potency of the holy name. Ajamila just chanted once Narayana loudly, isn't it? And the result was, the Yamapash was cut. See, some people have mistakenly and think that Ajamila was taken back to Godhead immediately. This is not true. He had to practice for 12 more years in Haridwar. Until then he got relieved from all his sinful reactions, purified, and then Vaikuntha plane came and took him. So this is to show the potency of holy name. You heard another pastime. One time the Garuda was carrying one snake. The snake's tail touched the Rohini Kund. Next moment the snake became 400 form of Vishnuduta. Garuda was surprised. Then instead of eating that snake, he put that fellow on his back and took him to Vaikuntha. Here the pastime, the sanctity of Rohini Kund, that is glorified. Another time, Sripad Ramanachari, after eating his prasad, he was washing his hand in one pond, and some fishes ate a few particles of rice from his hand, and immediately they got 400 form of Vishnudutas. And disciples are thinking, what about us? We are eating so much Mahaprasad every day. And after our affair, we are finished eating. So sometimes to show the potency of Mahaprasad or potency of a holy place or a holy land, holy name, Lord does such miracles. As soon as the jivas hear that miracle, they will be inspired to go for that activity. Correct, no? That is meant for that type of attraction. That's the purpose. So, like Shrutikirti was telling, when Prabhupada would eat prasad, after that there will be a lot of devotees pouncing on the plate. Because somebody will say, I want gulab jamun, I want this, I want that. So he said some devotees were there who would take only salt from Prabhupada's plate. Because they thought, let me not eat for sense gratification. Let me take for purifying my heart. So, to show, second reason is to show Lord's eagerness to fulfill the desire of a pure devotee. Lord, like Kaliya, got the body of a serpent. And Nagapatnis were wondering, why this fellow is, how surprising it is that Krishna is dancing on the hoods of such a vicious and venomous and sinful snake, they were thinking. They are asking also, openly they ask Krishna this question. Kasyana bhavosya na deva vidmahe tavam virenus parashadhikaram yadvanchaya shri lalanacharat tapo vihaya kaman suchiram dritavrata. They are saying that How is it? They are giving an example. They are saying Sri Lakshmi is with folded palms sitting in Bilbavan and praying to you for entry into Vrindavan. She wants your dust of your lotus feet and enter the rasa dance. But you have not yet shown your mercy to her. Yad vanchaya Shrir Lalana Acharattapo. She has done Acharattapa. But even after that, she has not got this thing. But this fellow has got your mercy. We can't understand why you are giving mercy to our husband. But Krishna smiled. They don't know the Nagapatnis. It's only because of them he gave this mercy to Kalia. Because Nagapatnis were pure devotees. And to please them, Krishna delivered Kalia. Similarly, to please Narada, Lord delivered Nalapur Manigiri. They were degraded and they were doing Chalakrida with practically nude devis, and they were born in Kubera's family. They were proud also. Rudrasya Anucharo. Sudruptau, it is said. They were proud. We have handsome bodies and we are in the neighborhood of Lord Shiva. See, even if you are born in the family of a very advanced devotee, that doesn't make us great devotee unless we take advantage of their association and grow ourselves, correct now? Actually, Kubera associated with Shiva and he became an exalted soul. But the Kubera's sons did not take association of Shiva. They only proudly said, we are neighbors to Shiva, they were telling. That's all. So, they were proud, but then when Narada cursed them to become trees in Vrindavan, it was Narada's desire that Krishna deliver them. So Krishna delivered them. So causeless mercy comes through great devotees like that. And the first one I told you is the Lord want to show the potential of the holy name. Similarly, the third one, to show an example to attract the general living entities who are unenthusiastic for spiritual life. Like Jagai, Madai brothers were two terrible sinful brothers. That's what Nityananda Prabhu said. Bhaja Gaurango, Kaho Gaurango, Reha Gaurange Naam Re, Bhaja Gaurango, Kaho Gaurango, Reha Gaurange Naam Re, Je Jana Gauranga Vale, Sehai Amara Pran Re. He said, if Gauranga is delivering these type of fellows like Jagai Madai, they will become popular all over the world. That was Nitai's plan. So in this way, Lord showed Kripa Siddhi to Jagai Madai. See, Kripa Siddhi is like Rabindranath Tagore got a doctorate degree, you know that, sitting at home. Because it was an honorary degree he got. So what all of us should do? Should we sit at home and think PhD will come on its own? So what is best thing to do? Better go to university, register and study. So we should better follow which Siddhi? Sadhana Siddha or Nitya Siddha or which one? Kripa Siddha. Sadhana Siddha. So that is the point. So although in the beginning of the class, I showed you temptation of a PPT. I don't know. Actually, I will just show you. I don't want to leave you without it. I will not speak much. Don't worry. See, the path of attaining causeless mercy. See, mercy is not earned by qualification. It's not purchased by austerity, nor demanded by scholarship, but it is freely bestowed out of divine compassion. Is it big enough for you? So, mercy is, we should not think I am very qualified to get this mercy. Even with any amount of austerity, you can't purchase it. Lord Chaitanya told the bringing brahmachari, by being a vairagi, you think you can purchase me? Isn't it? And not by scholarship. Even Ramakrishna Sutta had scholarship. He couldn't purchase the Lord. Only by divine compassion. Like I told you, Tesham Sarkirtanam, that's what is 10.10. The great truth is, we don't climb to Krishna. He descends to lift us. This is the point. One day, in that backside seat, you see like that, in NVCC, one mother was sitting. She gave, some 500 rupee note to her small kid and said, better go and put it in the hundi and come. So the kid was a very small kid, maybe 2-year-old kid. It was coming, taking that money. Came up to the front. In our temple, the hundi is like this very big, that stainless steel hundi. what you have in Balaji temple like that. So child came up to this and then he looked up, he thought, I can't put the money there. So again he went back to mother and said, Amma, I can't reach it there. Then she herself came, then she lifted the child. The child then put the money. When I saw that, I immediately remembered this. Like, we are trying our best, we are jumping up and down, and mother feels pity for us, and Radharani can lift us up. Then we can do something wonderful. Right? So that is why, Krishna descends to lift us through the mercy of Srimati Radharani. You see, Guru Krishna Kripaya Paya, we say, the causeless mercy is not an abstract concept. It arrives through a specific channel. How? By the Guru Kripa coming in the form of Bhaktilata Beej. What is Bhaktilata Beej? You can read Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 19.159 verse. 19.159. That purpose is, this Bija means the plan, the program, the methods, the ideas, and the procedures that Guru gives you at the time of initiation, which means chant sitting down, follow 4 principles. Whatever is Anupul, no matter how difficult it is, accept it. Whatever is Pratikul, no matter how pleasurable it is, give it up. So 64 principles are given by Rupa Goswami Pad. Those are the Bija that Prabhupada has given us. So, Guru Parampara, that's the Bija you get. Because love of God is already there in the heart of the Jiva, and that is covered by, ashes. And Guru gives the Bija to uncover that love of God. Nityasiddha Krishna Prema, Sadhya Kabunoi, Shabranadi Siddha Chitte, Koraya Utai. So that is received only through the mercy of Guru. It's given despite our disqualifications. Prabhupada distributed this without seeing whether we are pious or not pious. And then you can see the accessibility. Why is it called causeless? Because we lack qualifications. We are full of faults and we don't have a consistent sadhana nicely. Many times in Radheshyam you will see that there are so many distractions in the form of responsibilities. And still we have received the holy name gift from Guru, and we have got Guru has given us God Brothers God Sisters Association, and Prabhupada has given us his books, and Prabhupada has given us the movement ISKCON. We have received the Prasadam Mercy, the 8 paragraphs. Each of them is one mercy. Samsara Davanala is, the qualities mercy. Second paragraph is Kirtan mercy. Third paragraph is Archa Vigraha mercy. Fourth paragraph is Prasadam mercy. Fifth paragraph is Leela mercy. Sixth paragraph is Seva mercy. And the seventh paragraph says, such a Guru should be given as much respect as you give for Krishna. And because he is a dear servant of Krishna. As it says. So we have received so many causeless mercy in different forms. Krishna is more eager to take you back, Prabhupada said, than you are eager to go. But what is the Grihastha advantage? Sometimes the householders feel that I am busy, mercy may be for brahmacharis. But actually Grihastha life offers unique gateways to mercy. How? Like, you can take responsibility with dependence. Like when finances fluctuate or career pressures arise, Grihastha naturally learns surrender. Pressures becomes purification. Just like a child in the garden is playing with a teddy bear. Papa is calling, hey beta, come here. He doesn't want to come, he is more happy with teddy bear. But some big bumblebee comes, child will throw away the teddy bear and come in the hands of the father. Then later on the bumblebee goes away and the father is playing with the child, throwing him up in the air and catching, and the child is thinking, hey, this is a better game than playing with the teddy bear, dead teddy bear. Live papa is better than dead teddy bear. And the teddy bear is like the commodities of this world. And live papa is like Krishna, I say. So, the pressures in this world can be utilized as a springboard to run to Krishna when we have difficulty. Like in Lavan can say, instead of crying, instead of the Rama, I can cry, correct? Like that. And sadhana versus mercy directly. See, this I already told you, the cat kitten way. Why it is considered flawed? Like, one shouldn't think that see, there are two extremes of a pendulum. One is the monkey logic, correct? No? Another one is cat logic, cat kitten. Some devotees say that, cat has to just say, meow, like that makes sound, and then mother cat will come and pick up. This is the Malavala Mamuni, the Tenkalai in Sri Vaishnavas. And the Vadakalai is Vedanta Desikan followers. They will say that, the monkey way. And I think that is there in the next, I think. It's not there. So, monkey way means what? Oh, you have to surrender. You have to take care of your own spiritual life. Like if you don't hold on to Lord, you are gone. That is monkey way. Both are extremes. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took a midway, where the example of Yashoda is given, which means Lord will throw the ropes and you have to hold it. That means who is, like the devotee depends on the Lord, but Lord also is extending. Lord also is throwing rope, we are also holding. Whereas in monkey way, it's a one-way traffic. Who is that? Who is making effort? Only the child. And in cat kitten way, who is making effort? Whereas in the rope throwing way, who is making effort? Both. Is it clear to everybody? That's for our endeavor and Lord's mercy. That is not extreme. That's proper. Then actual path causeless mercy, Trinada Pishinishana. We should not think, I have been in ISKCON for 25 years. I am a big donor and things like that. So mercy flows downward like water. If ego rises, then mercy cannot stay. If ego goes up, water will flow down. It will not remain with us. And what is the service? Mood over position. Mercy does not follow the title. It follows the seva. Better to clean shoes with tears than to give class with ego. See, isn't it? You have seen in Gurudwaras, people clean the shoes. You have seen that? Everybody who comes, they say, why they do this? Because when you do this, your mind also becomes humbled by that. When you clean the shoes of people. ISKCON, nobody will allow you that. Attracting the divine grace, pleasing Guru. How can, see, this is a very important slide, this one, because generally we always think in terms of what my Guru has done for me, Guru gave special mercy to that family, not to our family. What mercy he gave? He went to their home, he didn't come to our home. People say like that. Here says, how can my family become an offering to Guru? That mood attracts mercy. Similarly, people sometimes say, this my mentor didn't do for me, and my mentor is showing favoritism towards another mentee and things like that. Actually, offenses block mercy. Be protectors of harmony and avoiders of criticism, it is said, which means while dealing with Vaishnavas, these two things are important. Always try to work harmoniously with them and avoid criticism. And that will lead to gratitude. Gratitude means shifting from I deserve more. From that mood, one should come to I have already received too much. So if I think I have received a lot, then I will want to give back. But if I think I deserve more, we will always be demanding. Which mode is good? Demanding mode is good or serving mode is good? That is proper gratitude. So this third one, gratitude, comes from the first two. How I can please my Guru, how I can please Vaishnavas. So if you are always asking, how can I serve, satisfy and please Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas? When you ask the question, then only we can attract the mercy. Like this fellow Mukunda, devotees told Mukunda. Devotees asked Lord Chaitanya, you are giving mercy to all of us, what about Mukunda? Mahaprabhu said, see, he comes and sings very nicely amongst the devotees, then he goes to Mayavadis and he is too soft-hearted, so he is always allowing them to speak to him. Mayavad philosophy. So it is like somebody bowing down to me, later on taking a stick and hitting on my head. I cannot show any mercy to Mukunda for 10 million births, he said. Then all Vaishnavas, when they went and told Mukunda started dancing in ecstasy. He said, oh, Lord told that he will give me mercy in 10 million births. That means he has not rejected me. I will see, he was dancing, singing like that. When devotees went and told Mahaprabhu the mood of Mukunda, Mahaprabhu said, call him here. Immediately he gave him mercy. Because Mukunda didn't demand the Lord, why 10 million births? Why not now? So many others are getting it. He didn't demand. When you don't make demand, you feel I should serve, then you get causeless mercy. Hidden obstacles and the secret formula. What is it? These are hidden obstacles. What are they? Mechanical chanting, spiritual complacency, attachment disguised as responsibility. Oh, I am very busy, therefore, I have to do this. See, in the name of being responsible, we become attached to so many things. Bharat Maharaj, in the name of responsibility to deer, he became attached, isn't it? Yeah. Dhritarashtra, in the name of taking care of his son, he pampered him and destroyed the whole family. So silent comparison with other families. They have a, sometimes people think, oh, they have a bigger car, they have a bigger house. See, they have only 2 children, we have 3 children, we have a smaller house, and people compare like that. Materially they can compare, spiritually also they can compare. They can think that why, they were taken to be introduced to Guru Maharaj and I was not taken to be introduced and things like that. So these are all hidden obstacles to mercy. Because of this wrong mindsets, we don't get the mercy. What is the secret formula? Mercy comes most powerfully when we feel, I have no qualification. Correct now? And this is the biggest qualification. Kuntiman says, Katam pashyame histriya. He says, Tata paramahamsanam muninam malatmanam bhakti yoga vidhanartam katam pashyame histriya. She says, I have no qualification. Prabhupada gave the title to the chapter. Anybody knows what name Prabhupada gave to that verse title? He gave the title, the most intelligent woman, Prabhupada says. Because she says, I am not qualified, she is the most qualified. Draupadi raising both the hands, not partial surrender, total surrender. I have no qualification. So, see, maintain regulated sadhana despite workload, protect your home as a temple, avoid Vaishnava criticism, offer financial stability as seva, and train children gently in devotion, lead by example, not by authority. Some very easy these are practical steps we can implement even in Grihastha Ashrama. Prabhupada wrote to his Guru, Guru Maharaj, so many brahmacharis and sannyasis are always with you, doing so many services. How can I serve you? Then Prabhupada gave his Guru gave him instruction which he faithfully followed. Correct now? So although he was in Grihastha Ashrama, he became such a disciple of Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. All sannyasi disciples of Bhakti Saraswati Thakur adored him. So we did not build ISKCON, we were allowed to serve in ISKCON. Correct now? Many other great souls have built Prabhupada's times. We did not earn the holy name, we were gifted the holy name. So causeless mercy is not achieved, it is awarded or it is received by us. And it is received most deeply by those who never think they deserve it. I have no qualification. This is one statement we can take home with us. I have no qualification. Krishna is so kind. If I did not meet devotees, what I will be doing? Think about it. We don't know what nonsense activities we'll be doing in the outside world. So, see, the path is a balanced unity. Knowing that, initiation and the seed of devotion come only via causeless mercy of Guru and Krishna. And what sincerity we need? Performing sadhana seriously to attract that mercy like Mother Yashoda's exhausting effort. And what patience we should have? Enduring the Lord's purificatory treatments without complaint. When we are practicing bhakti, there will be troubles from some other devotees, there will be troubles from our own body, troubles from office. Be patient to tolerate it. And also keep endeavoring more and more. Just because some problems are coming, don't get stuck. And like Gajendra was also facing problem of somebody catching his feet, the crocodile. But he did archana for the Lord. Narayana Akila Bhagavan Namaste. That is sincerity. The third step is crocodile catching. And second step is offering flower. Correct now? Sincerity. Correct now? And then he thought that he praised the Lord through the prayers. That is dependence. All three in one you see in Gajendra's case. Have I completed just now? I'm sorry for taking a long time. I don't know how much time it took. So, is there one congregation program I am doing tomorrow morning? No. Tomorrow morning Bhagavatam, I can take questions tomorrow morning. Because today I have spoken at length. Tomorrow you can take questions. If somebody wants to ask a question, you can write it down and keep it so you don't forget it. And tomorrow I will not give a new class. I will only answer questions. Because it's a very important subject. We will revise the class. So you all can speak one takeaway that you carried with you. Tomorrow you can speak. And then if anybody has a question, I will answer it. We will conclude with that tomorrow. Okay? Is that all right? Shri Prabhupada ki. Thank you very much.